Hi, welcome to Ayo's Cooking. So in today's video, we are making biscuits. So we're starting here with 500 grams of butter. I did show you at the beginning, butter, not margarine. You will definitely not get the best result with margarine if we're going for just nice, simply tasting biscuits. So you whisk your butter up until it's fluffy. Mine, I didn't take it out in time, so it would be wise for you to take it out the previous day before, and then you're going to bake the following morning, maybe night before. I came with 2 eggs, vanilla essence. You can put 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of vanilla essence. Mine got finished just as I was baking. You come with your half cup Maizena. Then you mix. Then now we're going to come with our 5 cups of all-purpose flour. So now, because we are trying to create different biscuits in only one dough, which just makes life easy than to bake differently and have different measurements for different cookies. So what we're going to do here, we're putting 5 cups of all-purpose flour, but if you just wanted to make just plain simple biscuits without putting anything after this, you can maybe add 7 cups of flour. But because we're trying to come up with different flavors of biscuits, and then we are going to come with 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now we're going to mix it up until it forms dough. Do not add any flour. From here, just keep on mixing it up until it turns to a proper dough. From here, I am going to separate my dough. You can either make it more separation or less separation. It just depends on you from now on what flavors you want to make your cookies. For me, what I have chose here was coconut, cocoa, and almonds. Those are my favorite. Even after when I'm finished, I tasted all of them. Those just always comes up on top because those things are my favorite. And I also did the pistachio. I did the chocolate one. I did white chocolate deco on top. I also did the cashew nuts. So now I am putting my almonds, and I'm going to put coconut, desiccated coconut, and I also gonna put cocoa. So here there's no really measurement. What you do is you put how much you like. I just add and I mix, and if I feel like something is less, then I add. Even here, when you feel like the sugar is less, you can add it here. what we use here as sugar was 1 cup of icing sugar. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning, but obviously I will write the recipe in the description box, so you can go and check it out nicely also there. Yeah, so what was our sugar was 1 cup of icing sugar, and but if you like you can use caster sugar also, but the best result will be with the icing sugar. And now I felt no, the chocolate flavor was not how I would like it to be. Then I added again everything, and I even added icing sugar just to get an extra sweetness, because now whatever sweetness we had, it was dimmed by cocoa. If it's a bit strong, then it requires, I must balance it with some sweetness. So this is me doing different shapes. These shapes, I bought them at the local Chinese shop. You can get them at Take a Lot, and just make your table look nice, especially if you're going to be having brunch or breakfast, for your cookies to be different, even if it's same flavors, but it looks nice when it just looks different, and then you decorate differently on top, and it does actually give different taste if it's decorated differently on top. For example, if you use chocolate, white chocolate, it will definitely give a different taste than when you use brown chocolate or any other kind of your favorite chocolate that you can use to decorate your cakes. Once you finish shaping your biscuits, you put them in the oven 180 degrees for 15 minutes. The time will also depend on how thick you made them. Mine, especially this tray, was quite thin. I wanted to come up with more biscuit as I can. You can make a bit thicker than this. These are different shapes which are more thicker than the previous one, but still 15 minutes will be enough for both. Now I am taking another dough, the one that I cut earlier on, the one that I separated from the original dough. Now I am putting cashew nuts. So I had a lot of cashew nuts. I needed them to be used, and this biscuit were quite tasty. So just adding only cashew nuts. I'm going to round it, make it balls like this. This is just a cake knife that I'm using here to make this kind of shape. You can do any shapes of your choice. Another tray going in again. This is the dough we also made earlier on, where I put almonds, coconut, and cocoa. Yeah, so the best method though to roll out your dough is always to use your baking paper. But usually I do not like to waste my baking paper, especially on this day I didn't have enough. So this was a small piece that I was doing here. It will just make your life much more easy, because when you're doing your cookies, it is on the sticky side. It's not like fully dry dough. The butter, it is on the sticky side. So when you make them like this, it also helps you not to mess up your recipe by putting so much flour on the surface so that it doesn't stick. That's like a bit alter the recipe. So when you do with the baking paper, you do it like this, you roll it inside the baking paper. It just makes life more easy. I did make different shapes. Yeah, I made a lot of other shapes without me recording, but it's all just the same dough. So now here we are decorating. This is the following day. This is how much cookies we have from all that recipe, which is 5 cups of flour, 500 grams of butter, 1 cup of icing sugar, 2 eggs, and half cup Maizena and 2 teaspoon baking powder. So you melt your butter. It's either you do a double boiler or you melt it in the microwave, and you take even just any plastic that you have. It doesn't have to be these piping plastics. You can use any one, the square one also. The main is just to decorate your cakes anyhow you like it. Really, Mina, I'm just giving you an idea of that. You can actually make one dough for different variety of biscuits, as if you've worked a lot but you actually didn't. This is not so much work as it looks. When I show you at the beginning different cookies, you'll think, oh my god, she baked so much, she worked so much. No, it's just the decorating part that will look as if, oh my word, that was so much work. Really, it wasn't. Now, because these are nut cookies here, these are the ones that I put cashew nut. I'm just adding pistachio. I just wanted to make all these flavors for my partner who loves pistachios and cashew nut, so that he gets all in one. And here was just trying to decorate the moon. Just make sure that your chocolate is still nice and runny, because once it gets hard, then you cannot run nicely and do the what I'm doing right now. As you can see, the first other cookies next to the brown one, it's not as nice because the chocolate was starting to get harder. The chocolate one, they are all the same flavor, it's just different shapes. And now, because it's both chocolate, now I'm just adding almonds on top. The aim is not to work hard but work smarter. So it looks as if it's completely different cookies. It's the same. Now I am doing the white chocolate. Please do not use white chalk chip. That's very bad quality chocolate. I don't even think it's chocolate. But yeah, please, that's what I had in the house. That's what I tried to work with, and I was not happy with that. So I'm just giving you advice in advance. Yeah, and I just dip it in white chocolate, dip it in coconut, white chocolate, dip it in coconut, and then I am going to sprinkle it with white chocolate again. So these ones actually, these biscuits didn't come out nicely. So I was like, okay, can I just use the white chocolate and put color and just completely change how they look? This was just me here. Not happy with this work, not happy at all. But it's nice for kids. It's colorful, it's nice for kids. It's something that they can easily pick up in the table. I am just really going to play around with it. I had the rose petals and I decided to put them there. They are edible, and decided to put those small balls, the decoration balls. I don't know what you call these balls. They're also edible. Yeah, and I had also edible glitter. So this is what you can do when you are hosting and you want to have something to munch on for breakfast as an add-on, or maybe it's Christmas or it's whatever function. This was our Eid biscuit, just to have something if someone comes, or also in the morning, just to have something to munch on. This was absolutely yummy. Do give it a try and do let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.